Hi, I'm Josh Berry and I'm 20 years old and I'm from South Yorkshire. My dad used to play, he got down to a 5 handicap and he's definitely a big part of why I started playing golf. He took me to the driving range and yeah, I've just loved it ever since I hit that first ball, to be honest.
It's been quite the journey since those early days spent at the range with his father, with 2 top 10s on the DP World Tour and a win on the HotelPlanner Tour this year. And all this after he rose to prominence as an 18-year-old amateur, bursting onto the scene at Q School a couple of years ago.
I went to Q School with no expectations really the first time at the end of 2023 and went to the first stage, and I think I got through the first stage by about 2 shots, so very narrowly got through, and that's golf, it's just such small margins, which I love. Then went to second stage at Fontenals, which we played a couple of weeks ago, and came second there, so that was a really good confidence boost going into the final stage, which I got through, which was very nice. At 18 years old, so second youngest ever to get through is just a great achievement really. To have my name up in the list of the likes of Rory McIlroy is just amazing. Yeah, I'm really proud of that. The Q School category is tough. You obviously don't get every tournament on the calendar, so it is tough, but you've got to just improvise and it makes you hungry to get to where the big guys are. I would say this year I made a big decision about a month ago that I was going to just stick to the HotelPlanner Tour after the recent success I had in India. I think it was a very tough decision and it takes a lot of discipline, but I think just being able to just focus on one tour and plan my schedule is going to be a lot more easier this year.
Well, that decision was made after Josh claimed his maiden professional title at the Kolkata Challenge in March.
So I was coming down the last, I think, 1 shot behind and ended up getting into a playoff. I ended up birdieing the 2nd or 3rd playoff hole to win and hold back I think a 16-foot, 30-foot, and can't explain to you the feeling.
What a time to find a putt for Josh Berry, his first win on the HotelPlanner Tour.
I would say that week was a really tough mental week on the body and mentally, because it was so hot. It was like 35 degrees and every day it's just like you've got to drink so much water and just do everything you can to just stay focused. So, and the course was great. It was one of the courses that you've got to really pick your spots, and the greens are small and you're hitting quite a lot of clubs into the green, so it was a good course. It's probably, when I look back in 20 years' time, I think I'll be really proud of that.
The following week at the Delhi Challenge, Josh narrowly missed out on back-to-back titles after losing in a playoff to Queen Vidal. He then continued his Indian odyssey with a top 10 finish on the DP World Tour at the Hero Indian Open.
Yeah, I went to DLF for the Hero Indian Open. I played there last year and yeah, it's definitely one of the toughest tracks I've played. That's a real mental test. You've got to just sort of accept everything. There's a lot of elements there and a lot of bounces you can get, and yeah, I loved it. I like it when it's tough, because you can sort of just, if you show no emotion and just roll with the punches, I feel like you'll always come to the other end a little bit better. I would say HotelPlanner Tour definitely prepares you for DP World Tour. I think once you look back at the last the last 30 tournaments, there's so many HotelPlanner Tour graduates winning. It just goes to show that the standards pretty similar. Obviously a lot deeper, but yeah, I think some of the HotelPlanner Tour players are still great as well. Yeah, it's crazy. After a year and a little bit, I feel like I'm a miles better player, but in the grand scheme of things, there's so much more to go as well. Like, I want to be as good as Scottish Scheffler, so it's like there's so many more levels that I want to get to. That's the great thing about golf. You can never perfect the game, which I love. I'm always working hard. Even when I'm playing well, I'm always trying to get better. The last 2 weeks I missed the cut, which is not nice, but yeah, I'm trying to stay positive, and yeah, the game is trending, so I'm looking forward to this week.
And so to round 1 of the Swiss Challenge, where Josh will be teeing it up alongside the winner from 2 weeks ago, Jonathan Goth Rasmussen, as well as one of the week's home hopefuls, Jeremy Freiberghaus. Beginning at the 9th hole for a change, it was a steady start to the week for Berry. He opened up with 4 consecutive pars. But there was perhaps a sign of things to come at the par 4 13th. Luck clearly not on his side. 2 holes later, Josh had the chance to atone and a chance to register his first birdie of the event. You got that feeling it would be one of those days. 2 over through 10 holes, and even at this early stage, a 3rd consecutive miscut was already on the cards. Despite the odd glimpse of the obvious talent that had taken Josh to 3rd in the Road to Mallorca rankings, it proved to be a highly frustrating day. He would finally tap in for a 3 over par round of 74. Not the start he was hoping for, but in a game where things can change quickly, there were still positives to take into Friday's second round.
The margins are obviously really small. Obviously you've seen a few putts today that have just grazed the edge and lipped out and horseshoed, and that's the difference. If you hold a couple of them, it's just a different day. But I feel like I'm hitting it where I'm aiming, and everything feels good. I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think it's a case of just waking up tomorrow in a good mood and just going again and just trying to play well tomorrow.
It proved to be a more successful day for another Englishman, David Horsey. No stranger to contending, the 4-time DP World Tour and twice HotelPlanner Tour winner cruised to an opening 8-birdie, bogey-free round of 63 to set an impressive day 1 target. Early Friday morning, and with the projected cut mark close to 1 under, for Josh, a positive and fast start was the priority. And he delivered. After opening up with 2 pars, his first birdie of the week came at the par 3 3rd hole. Seizing on that first foray into the red, on the very next hole, Josh set up birdie number 2. And he completed a hat-trick of gains on the 5th, as the flat stick did the business.
Oh, what a game.
What a game indeed. Back to level par for the week. He was back in the game, but still with work to do. He would take a backward step at the 8th, dropping him to 1 over for the tournament. But into the back 9, and Josh returned to the birdie trail at the par 3 12th. 2 holes later, some further impressive iron play set up birdie number 5 for the day. 1 under par with 4 to play. Hovering on the cut mark, there was precious little room for manoeuvre. And at the 16th, Berry was faced with a testing putt to save par. Clutch at a vital time of the round. A birdie on 17 allayed any fears of missing out on the weekend, and Josh would end the day with a morale-boosting 66, fully 8 shots better than the previous day.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with today. In tough conditions, I'm really pleased with the score. I thought I played really well today and kept patient. So the last 2 weeks have been really frustrating. I feel like I've been playing well and just not getting the ball in the hole. And then today I sort of rolled a couple in early, and then it just, I built a little bit of momentum, and then, that's just the difference today makes, really.